This is Jazzy, and today I'm going to be doing like a Halloween zombie look makeover thing, makeup tutorial. Yeah, I really like Halloween, so this is probably going to be the first of a few Halloween videos. Comment what else you want me to try down in the comment section, because that's where you go and comment. And yeah, on to the tutorial. So yeah, you should probably start this look by tying your hair up so you don't get any of this makeup stuff in your hair. Yeah. I start by putting aloe vera gel on my face because I like the way it feels on my face, so why the hell not? Yeah. Next, you should prime your face if you're going to stay like this all Halloween night, because you want it lasting and not creasing and feeling gross. So yeah, rub that primer in. I took my jumper off because I actually like this jumper and I didn't want to mess it up. Yeah. So use some concealer. Pale, because you want to look really pale, and I'm not particularly pale, so I had to go out and buy like super pale concealer, really cheap. It was like $1.50, I think it's MUA, and I'm using a old beauty blender that I don't use anymore, and because I'll just ruin it anyway over Halloween. So yeah, it has to be damp because that's the best way to use it. So dab that makeup in with damp beauty blender. Go over any areas that sort of fade for you, like my forehead just disappears all the time, you know. Make sure you get that neck because you're going to be doing makeup all the way down to your chest, so you can't leave anything out. Right, next you get some foundation, which is also pale. This is Ivory shade 1 from Rimmel. I think it's a matte collection. Yeah, this is like way too light for me, which is a good thing because we want to be as pale as we can because we're going to be zombies and we should look like we've been dead for about a year. Don't forget that neck again, and those ears. Yeah, I decided it'd be smart to take my earrings out because I didn't want to completely ruin them, so yep. Next we're going to contour. We have to do really heavy contour because, you know, we want to look like we're dead, and dead people don't generally eat, and yeah, you want to look like you have no body fat or anything. So contour your face the hell off, and yeah. Word of warning, I'm no like beauty guru, so I don't know if I did anything right, or if I'm using the right stuff, or if I'm explaining things right. So yeah, tell me in the comments what you think. Now you get like a brush and you sort of buff it out a bit, so that it doesn't just look sort of like a brown line on your face. Yeah, I'm clearly so successful at that, right? Yeah. Next you get some like purples, blues, greens, yellows in eyeshadow. They don't have to be expensive. I think I got mine for like literally £2. And you get any old brush and you get a mixture of like purple, blue, green, yellow, and just put it under your eye to make you look like you've got huge bags because zombies don't sleep. And then you put it on your eyelid. I mean, all you really needed to do in most cases is just not wear concealer under your eyes, but we want more green look. So then I went and put some contour stuff because it's like the right colour, so I decided to put it around my eyes to make them look more sunken in, because that's what zombies look like. And you just sort of continue playing around with the colours and buffing it until you're happy with it. Yeah, you just have to continue playing around with the contour and the eyeshadow until you feel like it's all good. I tried to do like a bruise sort of look on my forehead, and it doesn't particularly show on camera, it just looks a bit like a purple blob, but it does work if you do it right. You have to sort of do a lot of blending with lots of different colours, because it doesn't work if you just use purple. I used a bit of blue, green, yellow is always a good colour for bruises, but you have to make sure you've got a purple base. Next we're going to move on to the lips, and you have to put some sort of lip balm or something to make sure that they don't completely dry out, but then you get one of those concealers and you put concealer on your lips to make them look really faded, and then you put some pressed powder on them so that they stay. It does dry your lips out, that's why you have to put lip balm on before. Now we're going to move on to our neck and collarbones. You start off by chiseling them out, so you get some contour and you like tense your collarbones and they stick out, and then you draw around them. Do the same with your neck. If you move your neck in a particular way, you can see all the lines and you draw around the lines. I'll admit my neck wasn't really that successful. Then you get pale powders and stuff like that to highlight the gaps of where your darker bits are, and then you buff the neck out because you don't just sort of want lines, you want like, yeah. Do the same with the collarbones. Next we're going to move on to making the bite mark, and you get a piece of tissue paper and you bite down on it like really hard, and then you take it out and you get a pattern of your teeth marks, and you get a pair of tweezers and you like pull at the holes to make them really like there, and then you go around the edges and you rip around the bite mark, making sure you don't rip into the bite mark, and don't use scissors because it doesn't give the same effect, it's like too clean, so yeah, rip around it. Then you get some PVA glue and you make sure it doesn't harm your skin, and put PVA glue on the back of the toilet roll, kitchen roll, whatever you're using, and stick it somewhere on your chest or arm, wherever you want it. Now you wait for it to dry. After it started drying, you can go back in and make the holes bigger with the tweezers and glue down the edges. If you're wondering what I'm doing at the moment, I'm listening to 21 Pilots, just if you're wondering. Then you get some foundation and you put it back onto your damp beauty blender and you start colouring in the white toilet roll so that it matches your chest colour-ish, as best as you can get it. Then you get red lipsticks, which you can get from like Poundwell because you are going to ruin them, and you fill in the little holes with lipstick. Get two colours, get a darker one and a lighter one. Start with the darker one and make the holes deep, and then go around the edge of the holes with the lighter one to make them look like they're bleeding outwards and the darker bits are further in. It makes the bite look deeper. It's useful to put pressed powder on top of the foundation between stages, and yes, I'm still listening to 21 Pilots. Go back in with the red lipstick every time you put pressed powder on it to make it look deeper and more red, and continue playing around with the tweezers until you're happy with it. Then you get some fake blood, which I think they're selling in Superdrug for really cheap right now, so that's good. And you go over the spots where there's holes with the fake blood to make it look like it's bleeding out. Yeah. And keep on adding and smudging until you're happy with it, because if it's smudged it looks more realistic, because no zombie's just gonna bite clean, they're gonna fuck up your chest. So yeah. Then you go in with some dark coloured eyeshadows and fill in the centre to make it look deeper in. I used purple to start with, and I went in with some brown contour powder, like the darker shades, and kept on playing around with it until I thought it looked right. I think I used some green as well and some yellows, but definitely a lot of purples. Purples are useful. Then you can go around the edge of it. I mean, I like to go around the edge of it. It makes it look better to me, like more realistic. Then I went in with some liquid eyeliner and started drawing on some veins to make it look more infected and like it was killing me, which it already has because I'm a zombie. I did them up the neck, and then I started doing them down towards where my heart would be because that's where the blood comes from, to make the veins look all infected and gross. And yeah, you can just do them wherever you want, and veins are pretty easy, you just sort of spider them along. And then I got some blue eyeshadow and went over them, as you can see when I brush powder on them, to make them look more like veins, because veins are blue. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And yes, I am still singing 21 Pilots. To finish off this look, you should take your hair down, put some dry shampoo in it so that it's more like volumey, and scruff it up. You can do this with a comb, with a brush. I didn't want to scruff my hair up too much because I was going out later, but yeah. That's the final look. Thank you for watching my video. This is the final look. If you want, you can mess up the hair more, but you know what? I'm not actually going out like this, so I'm too lazy to mess it up and have to brush it back out. Hope you think my makeup look is good and that I explained it well and that I'm scary. And if you want more makeup tutorials like this, because I have lots more ideas, comment down below. Please like, comment and subscribe if you would like to. And yeah, see you later, little monsters. Bye!